All right, let's cut through the noise, forget the productivity hacks, the morning routines, all that stuff. We're talking about something way more fundamental. How to architect your focus when everything is on fire. This is about how you show up in the eye of the storm, because trust me, those are the moments that make or break a career.
Just let that sink in for a second. Seriously, talent is cheap. It's everywhere. What's rare, what's incredibly valuable, is the person who can stay grounded and execute when the world is spinning out of control. That composure, that absolute refusal to get sucked into the chaos, that's the real differentiator.
You need to burn this into your brain. Panic is not something that happens to you. It's a choice you make. And if you're serious about performing at a high level, it's a choice you can no longer afford. It's an indulgence that costs you momentum, it costs you credibility, and in the end, it costs you the win.
So let's be honest for a minute. When that unexpected deadline drops, when the project completely goes off the rails, when the whole room is buzzing with chaos, who are you in that moment? Your answer doesn't just define what happens next, it basically maps out your entire professional future.
Because when a crisis hits, there are really only two paths you can go down. You can be the reactor, basically a victim of what's happening around you, or you can be the architect, the one who designs the outcome. Let's really dig into what that looks like.
Look at the difference in control here. It's night and day. The reactor's completely passive. They just soak up all that chaotic energy, their focus shatters into a million pieces, and they're just a passenger along for the ride, drowning in notifications. The architect? They're an active force. They don't find calm, they build it. They sharpen their focus like a weapon, they silence the noise, and they start hunting for that one key move, the single point of leverage that will end the storm.
And that difference, that gap between reacting and architecting, is what we call the power gap. It's this ability to find what feels like a deadly kind of calm right in the middle of a hurricane and see the one move that matters. And here's the most important part. This is not a personality trait. This isn't something you're born with. It's a system. It's a mental framework you can install.
But what happens if you don't? What's the real long-term price of living your life as a reactor? Well, it's not a sudden explosion. It's a slow, grinding stagnation. And I want to tell you a quick story that shows just how devastating the cost of being perpetually busy really is.
Before we dive in, I want you to ask yourself this. Are you the main character in your own career story, actively writing the next chapter? Or are you a supporting character, just reacting to things that happen to you? Just hold that thought. This line right here, it perfectly captures this guy, Mark, a super talented software developer. On his team's Slack, every minor bug was a code red. Every new idea was urgent, top priority. And Mark was the hero. He was always the first person to jump on the grenade, putting out every little fire. He was always busy, always praised for being a team player. The only problem? He wasn't actually getting anywhere. And here's the brutal, painful result. Just look at this timeline. For 5 straight years, he was just running in place. He got stuck on this hamster wheel of planning. See, he was addicted to the little dopamine hit he got from feeling productive, from being busy. He confused shuffling things around and refining his perfect plan with actually making progress. That next big project became his excuse for never shipping anything that actually mattered. And then came the gut punch. The realization that the people who loved his frantic energy, the ones who always praised him for dropping everything for their emergency, they didn't actually respect his results. And why would they? He didn't have any. He was a convenient tool for them to solve their immediate problems, not a peer they respected for his impact. All that hustle wasn't getting him promoted, it was just getting him more fires to put out.
So how do you break out of that loop? How do you avoid becoming Mark? You need a protocol, a set of non-negotiable rules for taking back control when things get chaotic. This isn't a friendly suggestion. This is your new operating system.
Okay, step 1, mute the noise. And I mean this literally. Your phone goes on Do Not Disturb, Slack gets quit, email gets closed. The outside world can wait. Your focus can't. Step 2, break the loop. Stop talking about the crisis. Stop explaining it to yourself, to your team, to anyone who will listen. Every time you do that, you're just feeding the panic. Stop talking, start solving. And step 3, lock in like a villain. I mean it, be ruthless. Your focus is the only weapon that can end the chaos, so guard it like your life depends on it. Now, a key tactic for locking in is something called the 5-minute fuse. As you're silencing all that noise, you scan for one single task, any task, that can start to calm the storm and takes less than 5 minutes to complete. And you do it, immediately. You don't put it on a list, you don't think about it, you just execute. That tiny win shatters the paralysis and starts building real momentum.
And to really break the loop, you have to embrace this mindset right here. Every, "Hey, you got a sack?" or "Can I just pick your brain?" is a direct assault on your focus. In a crisis, no is a complete and totally professional sentence. It's not rude, it's mission critical.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. This isn't just a collection of cool ideas. This is a mandate. If you're serious about your career, about doing work that actually matters, you must learn how to architect your focus. It's not optional.
This right here is the final, most important mindset shift. We're all taught to see the storm, the crisis, as the thing to avoid. But the truth is, the eye of the storm is where real progress happens. It's where the stakes are highest, and it's where one single focused action can change everything. It's not a threat to your career, it's the ultimate opportunity.
So that's the choice. You can keep being the secondary character like Mark, a hero in a story written by someone else's panic. Or you can start architecting the version of you that wins, the one who operates silently, executes brutally, and wins without needing to apologize for it.
The world is always going to be screaming for a piece of your attention. Don't give it to them. Lock in.